Hello everyone, Jammy J here today. I'm celebrating 500 subscribers on my channel, and I thought I'd do it with a Q&A. A lot of you guys have been posting comments down. You did on my previous video. Some of you even did it earlier. I've had some requests via things like Twitter and Facebook, so it's been interesting to see what you guys wanted to know about me as a person, not necessarily just my channel, because like I said before, I don't really reveal a lot about myself. It's literally just straightforward. Let's get to the games. Let's, commentate. Let's talk about the game. I don't really get a chance to talk about myself, and that's something that as a YouTuber, a gaming YouTuber rather, I don't really get a chance to sort of talk about myself, and I thought this would be a nice way for me to sort of connect with my subscribers. It's a landmark subscriber count or number rather, so 500 is quite a big number. I know compared to a lot of YouTubers now, especially the gaming side of YouTube's become very oversaturated in the coming months or years rather. It's sort of hard to get noticed as a channel, and when there's one or two big channels that are sucking up all the views from that sort of content, it's very hard to sort of get noticed. So I'm really impressed at the fact that we've been able to get to 500. So again, it's all down to you guys. But now let's start the questions. Next question. The first question is, would I ever decide to do YouTube as a career? So that's like a full-time thing. Well, considering that I'm only 16 at the moment, which will answer one other question which I had. Another question was, how old are you? So I am only 16 at the moment. So choosing YouTube as a career is a very sort of open thing to do. One, I probably would never choose YouTube as a career unless my channel suddenly got some sort of major boost. I don't currently monetize my videos, and the videos that I do monetize, it's just because it's automatically monetized due to AdPlus, which I don't actually have a full account on as of yet. So once I put all the details into that, I could start making a couple of pounds per every other video per se, but that's really not too much money, and it's definitely not something to live off. At my age, 16, 17, that probably would be an okay income for the time being, considering I have a paper round as well. So, doing something like that would be alright. I would never consider doing it full time, unless by miracle my channel suddenly gets like a few 100,000 subscribers. It's only if I'm getting at least 100,000 subscribers that this is going to become something that's full time. So that's I hope that's answered your question. Next question. What sort of future content do you plan on doing for your channel? This is an interesting question, not only because I don't entirely have a schedule. I've never really liked the idea of having a schedule on my channel. Personally, I feel it puts a lot of pressure on me to get videos uploaded on specific days. I have tried it in the past to try and do like one video a day, and that really has never worked out well. It's just been, they've always been rushed. I haven't had time to edit them together, and they've either been, really rushed and not particularly great, or I haven't really had time to upload them, and they've been uploaded late at night at not at peak times and stuff, so not a lot of you guys don't get a chance to watch them, which is, that's the whole point of my video, is to get across to you guys, the subscribers and the fans of my show, or my show, it's not a TV show, but fans of my channel. So future content, especially future content on my channel, I don't have a schedule for it. So it's one, I want to have a channel where you can recommend games to me. I want it to be something where I could just say, well, what do you want me to do in the next video, or what do you want me to do, because I don't have any specific games that are coming out that I'm 100% going to LP. There are a few games like Thief, which I'm really interested in, and Dying Light, which are coming out February, March time. I'm not entirely sure when, but it's early 2014. So I might be getting those. It's just indie games as well. Some games like Slender games, things like that I've played in the past. I might do some Wii U videos because I really like the Wii U, and I did a Super Mario 3D World video, but that was recorded from the gamepad, so the quality wasn't great. But if I recorded it on my TV, I could probably get some good, good quality from that. So, like I said, I'd really like you guys to recommend to me what content you'd like to see in the future. Next question. Would I ever consider doing Facecam videos on my channel? This is another really good question, because it's something I've actually been debating on my channel for probably the last year, since I got a microphone, and since I've been able to do PC gaming videos, and with my headset and stuff. I'm really split on this at the moment. It's something that I'm really considering. One, I'm not entirely sure I'm okay with the idea of revealing myself online as a person. I really, I feel like anyone could view it. Anyone who knows me, anyone who you know, they might one day go on YouTube. I'm not saying I'm going to become big or anything, but you know, 500 people that know me as a person, or know my channel rather, is, you know, still quite a lot of people, and you know, that can pass easily from word of mouth, to person. So if someone who knows me sees me online, you know, it could easily become something that they could use to take the mickey out of me or something like that. So it's probably unlikely that I would do something like that. But it's something I don't even own a webcam, so I couldn't straight off the bat do it without going out of my way to buy one. But yeah, it's something which I really want to do, but I don't at the same time. I'm really split. That it would probably only be if my channel became, you know, quite a bit bigger, that I'd start to do Facecam videos. You know, if that was something you really wanted me to do. Next question. Do you have a girlfriend? No. Next question. If you were to restart your YouTube channel, would you make any changes? Now, this is a really different question. It's not the sort of question I was expecting, but I have never, as you probably know, or some of you might know, I've never restarted a YouTube channel. This is my first and only YouTube channel that I own. I don't make videos on any other channel. I never have done. I'm going to say I never will do. Obviously, I can't account for that. I like the idea of staying on this one channel, just because I don't really want to keep swapping channels and changing, you know, so lots of my subscribers are sort of having to, you know, go through a maze to try and find my new channel and stuff. I've never really liked the idea of doing that. I just want to keep this channel, and the only reason I would ever change my channel is if something like my channel got out and a bunch of people that I knew found out about my channel or something. Then maybe perhaps I would change the channel then, or you know, if I decided to take a new direction. I just got bored of the content I was making. Perhaps I wasn't getting very popular. You know, some of my latest videos haven't been particularly interesting, or not interesting, that's the wrong word, particularly popular. Some of them, you know, some of my videos only get 30-40 views, which, considering the number of subscribers I have, isn't really too much. I've had quite a lot of dead subscriptions on my channel for a while now, so I'm not entirely sure how much of the 500 people who are subscribed to my channel will actually, you know, be able to even see this video. This video might not even get that many. This video might not even hit 100 you know, it might not even get 100 views, this video, because some of my recent videos haven't been particularly popular. But yes, like I said, if I restarted my channel, I would probably like to take a new direction, just because, you know, obviously the reason that my channel hasn't succeeded in the past is because of the videos I'm uploading. You know, it's obviously down to that that's, you know, causing my channel to not be so popular. Next question. Where do you live? Well, that is an interesting question, isn't it? I am from the UK, or England, as you might know. I'm from the county of Essex. I hope that answers your question. Next question. Do you think having 1,000 subscribers would change your channel in any way, or you as a person? Well, that's a different question to what a difficult question rather. To answer, because obviously I can't predict the future. I don't know if my channel is ever going to hit 1,000 subscribers. Considering that we've hit 500 in 2.5, I don't know. It's been a little while. It has taken a while to hit this number of subscribers, so it's hard to comment on such a, you know, 1,000 would be a lot. I feel like I'd still try and keep the audience as a guide to what type of content I upload. Like I've said in the past, I want the you know, as a community, for you guys to choose the content that I upload onto YouTube. I don't want it to be just a case of, I like this game, I'll upload it, which is, you know, that will happen on the odd occasion. There will be a game that I like and I'll want to upload, but, you know, I want it to be most of the time the sort of games that I think that you guys will like as an audience, you know, based on the videos that I've uploaded in the past. So, to answer your question, 1,000 subscribers, I'd hope it wouldn't change my channel. I don't know if that would make me a more greedy person, in the sense that, you know, I'd become, you know, just almost a whore over views and, you know, that sort of thing. I don't know if that would be the case, but I'd hope it wouldn't. Next question. Why did you start your YouTube channel? This is probably the most expected question I was expecting on my channel, although only one person asked it. So, the reason I started my YouTube channel was probably mostly to entertain. It was, you know, I was trying to make gaming videos my first video, I think, was Uncharted 2 walkthrough I started. That wasn't particularly popular, but it was a really long time ago, and it was almost to entertain. I was trying to make it funny. I wasn't trying to be a very serious commentator. I was trying to, say things that were funny, and my objective overall was to, make people laugh and to entertain people. As I say, my objective now is to still probably do the same thing as that, but I would say my objective is, to not only entertain, to inform. I try to have a mix between entertaining videos and informative videos. Take my Teslagrad. I did a walkthrough on Teslagrad. Note that's not a let's play, that's a walkthrough, where I was trying to explain everything I knew. I sort of just threw up my knowledge about the game in every single video, just over and over again, sort of, this is how you do that, and I was trying to explain what I was doing as I was doing it, but, keep it humorous at the same time, which can be it can be hard for a lot of YouTubers. I know I had trouble, thinking of things to say in some of those videos, but, I tried to keep a mix of informative and humorous dialogue most of the time. Next question. Where do you see yourself in 2 to 3 years' time? This is again a difficult question, just because it's something that I can't predict. I can't predict the future in the same way as I couldn't predict what I would be like on my channel and how my channel would change if I had 1,000 subscribers. But to try and answer the question straight on, I'll probably be either at university or with a job. I haven't 100% decided if I'm going to university, but I'm sort of on the it's probably going to happen sort of side of it at the moment. So I'm doing A-levels currently. So depending on what the grades I get from those, I will be able to go on to university and study something like maths, I guess. But whether I'll be able to make YouTube videos or not during that period it's just a massive unknown thing. For the next year and a half, I will be still at sixth form, so making YouTube videos is going to be relatively okay, strictly speaking. During periods like study leave, I probably won't be able to make as many videos, but over the summer I'll probably be able to make a lot more to make up for that. But after the next year and a half, I really don't know. It would depend. If I just got a job and I didn't, go to university, then it would be a lot easier for me to make YouTube videos. But if I didn't do something like that, again, it would depend on if my channel suddenly picked up in subscribers really quickly, and I'd sort of feel obliged to keep the channel open. But if it didn't, it might be something I just have to leave, which is something I really wouldn't want to do after all this time. But if it's something that I can't physically carry on due to the workload, then again, I'd obviously have to take the workload over the channel. Next question. Who is your favourite YouTuber? That's a difficult question to narrow it down to one, because there's probably about 10 that I could honestly mention. But currently standing, I'd probably say it was someone like Tomska, just because I like the sketch type videos that he does. A lot of his recent stuff, like SDF Movie 7, have been really funny too. Is there any other notable YouTube channel? I do like channels like PewDiePie, Tobuscus, and Danny's Not on Fire, Crabsticks, that sort of thing. But Tomska's probably my favourite currently. I don't know, I just really like his content overall. Next question. The last question. If you could think of a whole gaming universe to be real, which one would you choose? Oh god, that's an open question, because the amount of games I play, I mean, the amount of games I own on Steam alone is something like 120. It's ridiculous. So to choose just one of those universes to be in, it's a really difficult question, just because I don't entirely know if you're talking about cool universes. If I had to choose a cool universe, something that would be, really interesting to be part of, I'd say a Pokemon universe, just because it's something different, and, it's a massive contrast compared to everyday life in, the real world. Whereas, something, if I'm talking about a realistic universe that I, most likely to survive in, I choose something really boring, which doesn't have a lot of danger in it. So, Pokemon universe probably wouldn't work out particularly well, considering everyone would go around beating each other up, and there would be bullies who had coughings and stuff, and Ekans, and would just start wrapping up their fellow schoolmates and strangling them with Ekans, and yeah, it probably wouldn't work too long. But yeah, I guess if you're talking about cool universes, I'd say Pokemon would be, and it would definitely be the most interesting to see. It's probably the most different universe compared to most. But there we go, that's it. That is the end of my Q&A. I answered quite a few questions. I wasn't expecting to get that much of a response, question-wise. But that was really, really interesting. It was fun for me because I enjoyed, spieling out a bit of information about myself, considering I don't generally do that on the channel. If you enjoyed, leave a like down below. If you want to see more videos like this, or you want me to do some sort of, another 500 subscriber special, something else to celebrate it, because this Q&A was sort of just something to get me closer to my community on YouTube. So if there's another type of video that you want me to do to celebrate, let me know. I do have a default Dan video, which I recorded a couple of days ago. That will probably be up in the next week. I might do a prop hunt video to celebrate my 500 subscribers. If that's the sort of thing you want to see, if there's something else you want to see, let me know. But there is a Slender the Arrival update coming up in the next couple of months, because it's launching on PS3 and Xbox 360. But the update is coming to PC with 2 new levels, and I'm very excited to see what that is, and I'll probably be doing videos on those too. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out. Boop!